So this is my recording for the Induction of the Week challenge. And the first week is supposed to be our default induction. So my default induction is the Elman induction, so it doesn't really lend itself well to a recording or a script. So I was a little bit puzzled about what to do. I talked to one of my friends earlier tonight, and they suggested that I just do an off-the-cuff induction and transcribe it. And when they suggested that, I joked that I would be really nervous about that because I would be afraid that I would do the transcript and it would be like 20% ums. So 20% like vocal fillers, like ums or so. And that was one of my fears as a newbie hypnotist. One of my fears as a newbie hypnotist was that I was using a lot of vocal fillers or speech fillers. And those are words like or right, or so, yeah, well, for some people. And I was afraid that like they made me sound like I didn't have authority or like I didn't know what I was doing. But in the ensuing years, I've learned to not really be afraid of those anymore. For some people, those can actually be quite helpful in a trance to hear those vocal fillers because, like, they give you some space in your mind, right? Or some space between the words that I'm saying to just not have to pay attention. Because sometimes when I say words, when I'm hypnotizing you, you just get overwhelmed a little bit, yeah? Sometimes when I'm saying words, there's just a lot of words and there's a lot of concepts, and it's easy for you to, like, sink into a word that means nothing, right? Because the speech fillers like and like and right, your brain knows, right, don't really mean anything to the trance, right? They're not something that your mind has to compute, right? So they're kind of like taking a rest, right? You can take a rest whenever you hear those words. And that can be kind of cool, right? To be able to take a rest, right? Because I'm giving you all these like suggestions and I'm telling you to just sit there and like relax and focus on my voice, right? But it can be really cool, right? To just notice that those vocal fillers, right, are places for you to relax and just kind of let everything, right, slow down a bit for a moment, yeah? Everything can just fuzz out a little bit, yeah, when I use those vocal fillers. It's almost like kind of like a dial tone in your head sometimes. Like, it doesn't really have to be a word like that you necessarily compute, yeah? It's just a word that I'm saying like to fill space, right? And because I'm saying it like to fill space, it doesn't really need to be something that you're paying attention to, right? It can just become part of the general sea of words, right, that I'm saying, yeah? And you don't have to pay attention, right, even to the words that I'm saying, yeah? Because if you pay attention, right, to the words I'm saying, they're just general, like, hypnotic words, yeah? They're just things that help you relax, yeah? And you already know how to relax, yes? Really, really deeply, probably, if you've been hypnotized before, yeah? Your mind just knows how to, like, get you back to that place, right, where you're just relaxing and just letting the words, like, flow right over you, yeah? You don't have to really listen, like, to what they say, yeah? You can just take the chance, right, to rest or just relax, like, into the words, yeah? Maybe letting those vocal pauses be a chance for you, right, to just fall into the space, just a chance for you to fall into the space, right? And you can just fuzz out, or you can just drift down, yeah, either way, right? It's really interesting for you, like, to notice those pauses, yeah? Just notice those fillers, yeah? Just notice the time for the words, right, to just blend into each other, like in a sea of words, yeah? Or like the words just kind of are one word, right? They're just kind of one thought that you're thinking, like, and maybe you aren't thinking, yeah? Maybe you're just listening at this point, yeah? Because my voice is just kind of going on, yeah? And the words are happening all on their own, yeah? And you know that the words, right, are just your typical hypnotic words, yeah? So you don't really have to listen, right? You can just hear the words, right, as they go into your brain, right, in a way that's calm and peaceful, like, because all I'm doing is just helping you relax, yeah? And letting you have those little spaces, right, between the words for you to just sink down, right? Or for you to just let your mind, right, fuzz right out, yeah? And that can feel really good, right? That can feel really peaceful, right? And comfortable, yeah? And as I speak like this, yeah, it's just kind of interesting, yeah, to let thy words, right, wash over you, right? And I don't know, right, if you're more trancy now, like, than you were before, like, or if you'll be more trancy in the future, right, than you are now, or if that tranciness, like, just is a continuum, right, where everything kind of flows back and forth and together, right, and down, and that's perfectly fine, right? And sometimes, right, when I'm doing an induction, you might want to, like, do a countdown, or you might want to tell people, like, to go deeper. You could go deeper with every number, right, if you wanted to, right? And we could try that now if you want to go down to 5, when the words just fuzz out a little bit as they slow down to 4, yeah. So just noticing how comfortable it can be, yeah, as there are so many spaces, right, for you to notice. 3, 2, down. So, well, good. Noticing that there's just places for you to fall and not need to listen downwards. Just relax, float. 3, over there, down here, so well, like 2, relaxing more, deeper, yeah. So you don't really have to focus. 3, 2, just relax. Relaxing down is easy. 3, 2, 1, drop. Good. And just give yourself a moment here to relax and float in the silence. That's right. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and bring you out of trance at the count of 3 to 1. So 3, feeling energy coming back into your body. 2, becoming more and more aware of the room. And 1, wide awake.